What's up, y'all? If you're new here, my name is Kia. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers and we just want to keep running it up, guys. I have some great things in store for you. I know that we have been talking a lot. A lot of my videos have been talking videos. We're going to get back to action, I promise. But here we are today, again, with another chat. We're going to be talking about 2 weeks versus 2 months. What are the major differences? What things have changed? Did motherhood get easier somehow? Let's really talk about it. When she first came home, when we first brought my daughter home, those first 2 weeks...
Drama.
Her belly button, stump fell off multiple times. We were back and forth to the pediatrician with that. She was choking, coughing up milk a lot. I was having latching issues. I pumped for the first time, so I felt engorgement in my breast, which was something I had never experienced before. Little to no sleep, and yeah. I was running on literally vibes, just running on vibes, and that was it. And my mom was here to help, so shout out to my mom, thanking God for you always. My mom was here to help because, my husband, the job, the schedule is kind of crazy and everything like that. And of course he's present and does what he can, but like without my mom here, I don't even know, y'all, for real, because I cried a ton of times. So yeah, those first 2 weeks were crazy. Major differences that I noticed between 2 weeks and 2 months. I understand the cries a lot better. Now, do I understand all the time when she's crying? No. But I feel like now I've developed a more comprehensive way to deal with her cries, right? So it's like when she was crying those first 2 weeks, it's just like, what is wrong? How can we help you? How can we be of assistance to you? What can we do to help you? And now I'm like, okay, she's hungry. Okay, she's tired. Okay, she's gassy. Okay, something's really bothering her. You know what I'm saying? Now I've developed a sense of okay, now I know when something's really, really wrong, and opposed to just freaking out every time she cries. Yes, it's still hard, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I could be like, all right, she's crying right now. I need to think and do what I need to do to be able to help her. I can't concentrate solely on the crying. I have to figure out what the solution is. Because those first 2 weeks, it was just the crying was super, super overwhelming. And every time she cried, I just felt like I was a bad mom. And that's Mom Guilt. And if you haven't seen my video on Mom Guilt, let's head over there and watch it and then come back here. Shameless plug. But yeah, I just felt oh my gosh, I'm a bad mother. Why can't I help her? What am I doing wrong? And yes, those thoughts do low-key come up sometime too. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend that's out of my mind. But now I'm no, that's not true. You're not a bad mother. You're doing everything that you can to take care of her. And she knows that too. You feel me? Yeah, she sometimes just has those moments where she's she gets tired and she's just wailing, crying. She's rubbing her eyes. She doesn't want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what? Child, I'm finna rock you. And I just get to rocking. we rocking. I get to rocking. Not shaking baby syndrome, but we get to rocking over there because it's you gotta go to sleep so that you can stop crying and you can stop being stressed out, and then I can stop being stressed out. For example, also there was one time she had a really shrill cry. It was very high pitched. I knew something has to be wrong. This isn't gassiness. This isn't hunger. This isn't tiredness. Something's actually wrong. And it turned out, I was looking at her face. It turned out she had a piece of hair stuck in her eyeball on the side, and that was causing her to be in discomfort. Imagine, it's the same as when you get an eyelash or something in your eye. it's mad uncomfortable. And like she had a long piece of hair in her eyeball. I don't know how I got there. I don't know if it came off my pillow or what. She had a long piece of hair in her eyeball, and so that was really bothering her. And I think like 2 weeks to 2 months, I don't know if in 2 weeks I would have been able to like do that. So time is like such a healer, such a like a good thing, because now I feel a bit more equipped to handle like the crying and to know what's wrong and assess it. Yes, it still be a struggle sometimes with the crying because it's like growl, but I feel like now that I'm past that 2 week mark, I feel like a little more equipped to handle the tears. Feel what I'm saying? Another thing, another huge difference between 2 weeks and 2 months is being able to multitask. So I have shot multiple videos now while being alone at home with my baby. And the reason for that is like a greater sense of being able to multitask now that I understand her more, right? So like in the 2 weeks, I felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt like I had to be like glued to one spot feeding her. I felt like, you know, if I use the bathroom, if I eat, if I do anything, like it's gonna set her off, and I don't want to upset her, and I don't want to become overwhelmed or anxious by her crying. And so like I just felt like I couldn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? And now I feel a greater sense of independence. I feel like, okay, you know what? I can do it. I can shoot this video while she's sleeping. I can put her in this carrier and like just kind of do what I need to do. I could not do that in the first 2 weeks because it was just way too much for me, honestly. Like it was a lot, and I was like, yo, did I bite off more than I can chew? But now I feel a greater sense of independence. I feel like I can move around a little bit. It's not easy. I have to like maneuver a lot. I have to wake up super early to do a lot of things that I want to do. But yeah, I just feel like those first 2 weeks, it just wasn't the right time. And now like I'm getting more of the hang of it. Like I always say, shout out to the mommies that have multiples. Y'all are goats, because listen, I could not imagine, at least right now, I could not imagine having a little like newborn like I have and another child to deal with, like, and that both need me, you know, and at that level. Like I don't know. So shout out to y'all. Y'all are the goats. Another major difference I'm noticing from 2 weeks to 2 months is that your girl is getting more sleep. Now, it's not sleep in the orthodox way. But it's more sleep in the fact that like I am actually sleeping when she sleeps. Like I know people always say that, and at first I was like that don't make no sense. What you mean sleep when she sleeps? But like in order to do that, you have to figure out what the priority is, right? So like let's just say, I'm just thought a hypothetical example, right? Let's just say dinner needs to be made, there's dishes in the sink, laundry needs to be done, the baby just fell asleep, right? Now, you can choose to do any of those other things, or you could just go to sleep. There have been times when I have chosen to do whatever I need to do in that limited time that she sleeps. And there's other times when I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to sleep too. Like, because there's no point in me using the small window of time. Yeah, I hear her crying in the background. She's with Joey. The small window of time that I get to like do anything, it's no point in me using that to not rest myself if like those things are not that important right now. Like, yes, there are priorities that need to be done, but like if you could just get a little nap in, it'll change your world. It'll make a world of difference. Like, put down the phone. I know it'd be hard. Put down the phone, turn down the TV or turn it off, and just like nap. Like, I be napping in the craziest positions. Like, I don't even care at this point. Whatever is gonna give me a little rest and rejuvenation, that's what I'm doing. I be having the pillows, I be crooked, I be ninja napping, because like Yeah, we need sleep. We need sleep. And I know this is gonna make me a villain. I'm not even gonna hold that. I know this is gonna make me a villain. But
The toe has been dipping in a co-sleep. The toe has been dipping in a co-sleep.
I'm sorry. I was highly against it. I said, no way, can't do that. But for my sanity, for my sanity, dipping the toe in it. And that's, I'm gonna just leave it right there. Take from that what you may. But the toe's been dipped, okay? Because listen, child, was waking up every 52 seconds out the crib, was waking up every 5 minutes out the bassinet. Nothing was really helping it. Not feeling the swaddle. When she could swaddle, now she could roll, so no more swaddle. Just wasn't feeling a whole bunch of different things. And I said, for my sanity, and we know sanity is few and far in between in these first few months. Yeah, the kid had to dip the toe. So that's I'm gonna just leave it there. Do with that what you may. Do with that what you may. Another major difference that I'm noticing from the 2 week to 2 month mark is that she's awake a lot longer and she's much more alert now. Before, it just was like she would wake up, have 2 ounces, go to sleep, then wake back up, have 2 ounces, go to, like, it was just like a wake, sleep, wake, sleep, wake, sleep. And yes, she still does that sometimes, but now she's much more alert and she's up more. So then now I have to find ways to entertain her. And we do the tummy time, but then she gets annoyed with the tummy time mat. Like, she plays with it for a little while. She plays with the stuff, she laughs and smiles a lot now. And it's so freaking cute. And it just like makes everything so much better. You know what I'm saying? Because she's getting a bit more conscious of the things she's like able to look at, and she can focus on things for a lot longer. But yeah, like she gets over the tummy time mat real quick. I read to her, she's good, and then she's not good anymore. You know what I'm saying? So now I think a challenge is kind of like finding ways to entertain her. She has toys, she has those like sensory books and things that jingle or whatever. So kind of playing around with that. She loves mirrors. She loves looking in the mirror. So I bring her, like, talk to her in the mirror or whatever. She likes lights. And she likes like things that like jingle and spin. So I have those things, working on incorporating them more in our daily time together. But yeah, she stays awake a lot longer now. So now it's like, oh, we gotta entertain her a bit. Otherwise she's crying and screaming at the top of her lungs, because it's like, girl. So yeah. And last but not least, another thing that I noticed from 2 weeks to 2 months, another major difference is she is not only bigger, she weighs more, but she's a lot stronger. And y'all, babies are mad strong for no reason. Like, their grip, crazy. The nail scratching, crazy. The punching has gotten like real. The punching and kicking, like, sister, were you taking classes in my womb? Because what do you mean you're punching and kicking me? Like, this don't make no sense. But yeah, like, that's where she is right now. That's where she is. Y'all hear her, bro? That's where she is. She coos now too. She makes like little sounds that are very cute. So yeah, like, there is a lot of differences from the 2 week to 2 month mark. All I can say to anyone that's a first time mom like myself is just keep living, keep sticking it out, keep like letting every day just be trial and error, like figuring out what works, what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? You will make it through this. Like, this is just a different season, a different milestone. And like, by week to week, day to day, you just notice so many changes. Like, she looks so different from when she was first born to the 2 week mark to 2 months. Like, she looks so different. Like, her facial features have changed, and she's starting to like really blossom into like what her face will be and who she'll look like. So it's exciting, but yeah, like, it's really no joke. Like, this motherhood thing is really no joke. But yeah, there are a lot of changes between 2 weeks to 2 months, and I'll continue sharing with you guys things that I'm picking up, learning about on this journey. Thank you for watching this video, for hanging out with your girl. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. What changes have you noticed in your baby from 2 weeks to 2 months? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.